It has been nearly 2 years since Jungkook started his training in the 5th Division of the South Korean Army, and everything has been far more intense than we assumed. Many thought military duty was just about physical training and regular discipline, but it turns out Jungkook was assigned to an elite unit with very strict standards. Even so, Jungkook remained humble and even helped clean the training area after operational hours. However, in the past few weeks, something has made the atmosphere tense. Jungkook began to look different. He often sat on the field at night, staring at the moon with a thoughtful expression. His comrades who saw him admitted that Jungkook seemed to be facing a heavy burden, not from physical strain, but from his own mind. This news also reached the ears of Big Hit Entertainment. Trusted sources said that upon learning of Jungkook's condition, Si Hyuk, the founder of Big Hit, immediately took swift action. In other words, ran straight to the location. Why? According to these sources, Jungkook was not only struggling physically but also experiencing quite severe psychological pressure. This made Si Hyuk very worried because Jungkook is one of the most valuable assets in the entertainment world and certainly also the Big Hit family. This quick reaction shows how serious the situation is. Even Jimin, who is known to be calm and always reliable, was reported to be very panicked and kept trying to contact management to ensure Jungkook got the best support. Not only Si Hyuk, Jimin also took an important role amid this pressure-filled situation. From circulating information, Jimin secretly gathered photos and memories during training to make a special album as a surprise for Jungkook, as a form of much-needed moral support. Jimin also wrote personal letters to many of their fellow soldiers with encouraging messages, as if trying to keep the spirits of Jungkook and their friends strong in facing this challenge. Despite the pressure-filled situation, Jungkook still showed extraordinary dedication and spirit. He even promised his friends to come back stronger both as a soldier and as an artist. Behind all the difficulties, he kept thinking about fans and music, the things that kept him going. Big Hit has also prepared a massive comeback plan involving Jungkook and Jimin, including possible solo projects and collaborations that will shake the music industry before BTS's reunion in 2025. So, what exactly is happening to Jungkook? It's not just about physical condition, but also mental and emotional. This event made Si Hyuk act quickly, and Jimin panicked to keep his friends strong. For ARMY, this is proof that their struggle is never easy, but always full of hope. Get ready, because this story is not over yet. We await the next news about their comeback, which will surely explode and prove once again, BTS always returns stronger than before. The news about Jungkook's condition and the reactions from Si Hyuk and Jimin originated from reports spreading on various social media and entertainment channels that are sometimes hard to verify for accuracy. TikTok and YouTube, for instance, are fertile grounds for viral content and gossip, but also vulnerable to spreading information not fully verified. Has the narrative we receive undergone sufficient fact-checking? Do the sources used have trustworthy reputations? We must ask, is the news the result of investigation by credible professional journalists or just rumors containing many unfounded assumptions? Awareness of this difference is crucial so we don't get trapped in hoaxes that could harm involved parties or the public in general. According to the circulating narrative, Si Hyuk ran straight to the location to handle the situation, and Jimin was very panicked when hearing about Jungkook's condition. Does this reaction truly reflect the attitude of these figures? Or is it dramatization made to make the news more interesting and evoke empathy? Emotional reactions can indeed be characteristic of sensational news, but we need to be cautious not to accept the narrative automatically without verification. Such spontaneous reactions and great panic, if truly happened, would certainly be recorded in various forms of evidence and documentation. However, if we find no official confirmation or strong proof, are we not trusting a narrative designed for certain purposes? From this situation, let us collectively develop a critical attitude towards all information received. Have we asked, who benefits from the spread of this news? Is the main purpose only to increase readership, views, or social media engagement? Does this have the potential to damage someone's reputation or a particular institution? Why is it important not to believe immediately? Because behind every piece of information we consume, there is a possibility of fact manipulation or biased presentation. We need to learn to trace, find more reliable sources, and compare information from various perspectives before concluding something. Is this news supported by concrete evidence or just based on hearsay and baseless opinions? How can we ensure the truth of information circulating on social media, which is very fast and easily manipulated? Have we ever consciously filtered the news we read and not immediately spread it? To what extent do we trust narratives created by certain parties with specific interests? What is the impact of accepting and spreading information whose truth is unclear on the individuals who are the subjects of the news? We live in an era where information flows endlessly and without limits. In this context, the news about Jungkook, Si Hyuk, and Jimin that shook the entertainment world is just one example of how news can develop quickly without going through a mature verification process. Therefore, as wise consumers of information, we must sharpen critical thinking skills, not be easily provoked, and always seek the truth responsibly. Is this event real or fabricated? That answer can only be found through investigation and clear evidence. But the most important thing is how we as readers and news consumers can restrain ourselves from quick judgments and baseless emotional reactions. Thank you for reading, and hopefully, this article can open a space for healthier and more meaningful discussions for all of us. Let's keep awareness and maturity in responding to every news we encounter to uphold truth, respect, and justice for all parties. When we discuss issues that shock the public, like the news about Jungkook suddenly making Si Hyuk react quickly and Jimin reportedly very panicked, it's important to remember that all circulating information, especially on social media, can have two very different sides. On one hand, it might be a fact that truly happened and deserves our serious attention. On the other hand, it is possible the story is fabricated or manipulated to create sensation. Sensations that often lead to extraordinary virality, yet without adequate certainty of truth. The question then is, have we as information consumers placed skepticism before believing it? Have we rechecked, traced the original news sources, and ensured the information is supported by credible facts? In this digital age, where the flow of information is so fast and easy to spread, we often face great challenges in distinguishing fact from fiction. News appearing might be based only on unconfirmed rumors, edited video clips, or even opinions sprinkled with emotion. When such news spreads, society often gets carried away emotionally and immediately concludes without critically weighing the truth. This is certainly dangerous, as it can cause public unrest, damage the reputation of the involved, and even trigger unnecessary conflict. Therefore, it is very important for us to develop a reflective and critical habit towards every information we receive. Don't just assume viral or trending news on social media as absolute truth. Instead, we should ask ourselves, is this information from a reliable source? Is there real evidence supporting the claims made? Is there official confirmation from related parties? And most importantly, do we have strong reasons not to doubt this news? Finding answers to these questions is not always easy, especially if we rely only on fragments of information spread on platforms like TikTok, YouTube, or Twitter, which sometimes prioritize speed and sensation over accuracy. These media often produce content designed to attract attention with provocative titles, dramatic clips, or highly speculative narratives. In such contexts, we must realize that virality is not a guarantee of truth. In fact, the most talked about news could be a hoax designed for certain benefits, be it economic, political, or mere entertainment. Moreover, critical reflection must include understanding that every narrative can have bias. Those spreading information may have hidden agendas or interests influencing how they present the news. Therefore, we must strive to always get balanced viewpoints and seek verification from independent and trustworthy sources. In this, the role of professional media applying journalistic standards is crucial. Unfortunately, Amid the rise of social media, such standards are not always strictly implemented.